Hello everyone, welcome to everyone. So looking at the condition of the market, gold has created an all-time high as of today. So gold have gotten up to 5k, which at the moment is sitting at 5092.46. So it's very important for us to kind of anticipate what we want the market to give to us. So looking at the condition of the market, let's look at the monthly chart, the daily chart, the 4 hours, the 1 hour, and 30 minutes, just for us to have an idea what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So let's go to the month chart. So since gold has broken this previous all-time high, so we need to move this line over here so that we will be able to have an idea the moment the charts want to break this all-time high. So let's zoom the chart a little bit. So let's delete this line. Let's delete this line. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. So looking at the condition of the month market structure, we are in an uptrend. So this is the recent month candle. This was last month's candle. This candle has broken the high of this last month candle, and gold has really moved. Let's check how many pips gold has moved this month. Gold has moved like 7,000, almost like 8,000 pips as of this month. So it's very important for us to kind of anticipate the high and the low of the previous candle and the recent candle, just for us to have an idea if it is the right time for us to kind of anticipate to take a position. So but looking at the condition of the month market structure, so since gold has gotten up to like 5k at the moment, so the best thing is just for us to anticipate the market. So we are in an uptrend. So let's go to the daily. So looking at the condition of the daily market structure, we are in an uptrend. You know, as of last week, I told us that the moment this candle closed with a bullish candle, the next candle had to close with a bullish candle for the next one to break its high. So looking at the condition of the daily market structure, we are in an uptrend because of this straight market movement over here. So we are in an uptrend. So but the reason why we'll be able to identify this one as a consolidation zone is only when we have a bearish candle to give us like this. Let me change the color. It's only when we'll have a bearish candle to form and close like this that the next one can also give us a bearish candle like this. Then the next one can give us a bullish candle like this. Let's change this to green. So the moment we have a recent candle that closed with a bullish candle, that means this zone will be considered as a consolidation zone, because this candle we closed with a bullish candle, then the next candle closed with a bearish candle and a bearish candle. So that means this zone will be considered as a consolidation zone. So the moment we have a formation of candles like this and this next candle closed with a bullish candle, that means we'll have a recent support over here. Then this place will be our recent resistance. So if we have formation of candles like this, that means this market structure is being considered as a consolidation zone. So until the break of this resistance zone, by which the bullish candle will have to create a new all-time high before we'll be able to identify this zone as an uptrend. But as of now, the market structure is an uptrend. So let's see what this recent daily candle will close, since the daily candle is left with 15 hours before this candle needs to close. So let's delete this. So looking at the condition of the daily market structure, we are in an uptrend. We don't need to do anything. The best thing is just for us to wait, since we are able to identify the recent high and the low of this month's candle. So we have a bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, which means we are in an uptrend. Since we have a support zone over here, so the movement of this candle, bullish candle, and a bearish candle. So the rest of the candle, they're just going up, creating a bullish candle, creating a bullish candle. So it's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it. So let's go to the 4 hours. Looking at the condition of the 4 hours market structure, let's see. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. So this zone is our support zone. We have a support zone over here. We have a resistance zone over here. We also have a resistance zone over here. So this candle has broken this resistance zone. That means this resistance zone is no longer valid. We also have a resistance zone over here. This candle has broken this resistance zone, which means this resistance zone is no longer valid. And then we have a very strong bullish candle and a bullish candle. So, but this recent 4 hours candle is here to break the low of this bullish candle, or is here to break the high of this bullish candle. So it's very important for us to know what we want from the market and how we want it. So since this resistance zone is no longer valid and this resistance zone is no longer valid, so the best thing is just for us to delete it. But we have a support zone over here and we also have a support zone over here. So the best thing is just for us to wait. The moment we'll be able to identify, like I told you guys how I explained in the daily market structure, that we are anticipating a bearish candle to close like this. Then for the next one to also give us a bearish candle, by which the next candle can give us a bullish candle like this. So this is what we are anticipating the market to give to us. So the moment we'll be able to identify a bearish candle that closed like this, the next one give us a bearish candle. Before the next one will have to give us a bullish candle to break the high of this bearish candle over here. So but for now, we don't need to do anything. Since this recent 4 hours candle is here to break the high of this candle and is here to break the low, the best thing is just for us to wait. So we don't know if this candle wants to continue to break the recent all-time high on gold, for it to continue to go up to form a new all-time high, or the candle we want to continue to reject up this zone to break the low of this bullish candle, by which the candle will continue to come down to close with a bearish candle. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us before we'll be able to take a position. So looking at the condition of the 4 hours market structure, so we are in an uptrend. Let me explain to you guys. So we have a straight line over here. Candle came down and then the candle went up, candle came down, so now the candle went up. And then you guys know the formation of an uptrend. An uptrend, we have a higher high and a higher low, a higher high and a higher low. So I was able to explain to us that we are anticipating for a bearish candle to close, by which we'll be able to consider that zone as our recent support over here, since we have a support zone and a support zone. So that means we are anticipating this candle for it to continue to come down to create a bearish candle like this, by which we'll be able to identify that zone as our recent support. Then for the same candle to continue, let me see, for the same candle to also give us, for it to give us a movement by which the candle will have to break this all-time high, so that the candle will continue to go up, and then also give us another recent support zone. So looking at the condition of the market structure, we are in an uptrend. That means we are anticipating a bearish candle to close, so that we'll be able to identify a recent support, because we have a support zone over here and we also have a support zone over here. So it's very important for us to kind of know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. Then let's delete this. So since this 4 hours is left with 3 hours before this candle needs to close, which there's a high probability that the candle can also continue to break the high of this bullish candle or break the low, so that we'll be able to anticipate the market to give us a bearish candle, for the next one to continue to come down to give us a bearish candle before the next one can give us a bullish candle. So let's look at the H1. So looking at the condition of the H1, we have a support over here. We also have a support zone over here. So let's delete this box. Let's delete this box. Let's delete this. So let's zoom the chart a little bit. Let me reduce this music. So looking at the condition of the 1 hour market structure, we have a support zone over here. We also have a resistance zone over here. So this candle has broken this resistance zone, but we don't need to do anything since this 1 hour candle is left with 16 minutes before this candle needs to close. So that means if this candle wants to continue to go up to break this resistance zone over here, this candle can decide to create a new all-time high, by which the candle will give us a very strong bullish candle like this. So the moment the candle should break the high of this bullish candle over here, since this line indicates the all-time high on gold, so that means this candle can as well continue to go up, because this candle, it's respected the low of this bullish candle over here. So that means this candle want to continue to go up to create a new all-time high. So but the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything since we have a resistance zone over here. So we have a resistance zone over here. So this resistance zone is still active. The reason why this resistance zone is still active, because this candle needs to close. I understand that this recent 1 hour candle has gotten up to this resistance zone, but we can't tell at the moment since this candle is left with 15 minutes before this candle needs to close. So the best thing is just for us to wait for the close of this candle, because there's a high probability that the candle can as well continue to go up and then continue to reject of this zone and close with a bearish candle. The market can give you a different market condition. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So we need to wait until the break of this 1 hour candle, by which this candle can actually continue to go up to break the all-time high and close with a bullish candle, by which we'll be able to identify that zone as our recent all-time high. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. Let's wait until the break of this line over here, and then until the close of this candle before we'll be able to identify that this our resistance zone has been broken. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's just wait and see. So we have a support zone over here. We also have a support zone over here, but this support zone will be considered as a minor support. But let's just identify this zone. Let's see, because there's a high probability. So looking at the condition of the market at the moment, so this candle has broken this all-time high. So that means we need to wait for this recent candle to close so that we'll be able to identify a new all-time high on gold before we'll be able to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's go to the 30 minutes. So looking at the condition of the 30 minutes, so this recent candle, it didn't create a lower wick. So the candle just opened, and then it has broken the high of this bullish candle, and then the candle wants to continue to go up. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. And this same candle has broken the high of this bearish candle, since it was this bearish candle that created a new all-time high. So the best thing is just for us to wait until the close of this candle before we'll be able to know that this our resistance zone has been broken. So as of now, we don't need to do anything until the close of this recent 30 minutes candle. So let's adjust the resistance zone properly. Let's see. So we'll be able to know what you're expecting the market to give to us. So we have a resistance zone over here. We also have a support zone over here. Let's measure this range from this resistance zone to this support zone. We are looking at 260 pips range. So let's identify this zone as our recent support. That means you're anticipating for a candle to break this zone for it to continue to go up. Let's see what the markets want to do. So from this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So we don't need to do anything. The best thing is just for us to wait, since we are anticipating this candle for it to close. Since the close of this candle will determine the all-time high. So, but let's wait until the close of this candle before we'll be able to anticipate the market to give us a bullish candle or for the market to give us a bearish candle. Let's see what the markets want to do. So the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything until we are able to identify a good range before we'll be able to take a position. So let's bring that consolidation zone so that we'll be able to have an idea what you're anticipating the market to give to us. Let's see. Okay, this is consolidation zone. The buy anticipation is here. The sell anticipation is here. Hours. Buy anticipation is here. Let's go to 30 minutes. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. So our buy position is here. Our sell position will be here. Then the consolidation zone is here. So let's zoom the chart a little bit. Let's delete this. So let's see what the market structure wants to do. This candle is left with 9 minutes before this candle will close. Let's measure this candle and see at 300 and something. So this recent candle has moved. How many pips right now? We are looking at 350, almost like 360 pips. So let's wait until the close of this candle first before we'll be able to anticipate what the market wants to give to us. Let's see. Let's see what the market structure want to do. So let's wait until the close of this recent candle. Since this candle has broken our resistance zone, it has broken the all-time high. So we need to wait until the close of this candle, by which we'll be able to anticipate what we want the next candle to give to us. From this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So it's very important for us to know what we want from the market and how we want it before we can decide to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's wait until the close of this candle. Since in the next 7 minutes from now, it's London open. So this recent 30 minutes candle is left with 6 minutes before this candle needs to close. So let's wait. For the close of this recent candle, then we'll be able to identify this zone as our new all-time high. But the gold have gotten up to like 5111.50. So it's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it before we can decide to take a position. So from this resistance zone over here down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone, and from this range, from this resistance to this support, we are looking at 260 pips. Let's see, from this resistance zone to this support, we are looking at 260 pips. So it's also a good range for us to kind of anticipate for the break of our resistance zone and for the break of our support zone. This candle has broken this our resistance zone, but the only reason why this zone will not be valid is until the close of this candle, which this candle is left with 4 minutes before this candle needs to close, and in the next 4 minutes time from now is London open. So let's see how this candle will close. And if this candle should close with a bullish candle, I will not advise us for us to take a position, because we need to ask ourselves, from the high of this candle to the low of this candle, we are looking at 300 and something pips. So if this candle should close like this, let me say for example, if this candle should close with a body like this, and then let me change this color to green. So if this candle should close with a body like this, and then with a wick like this, so you need to ask yourself, from the body of this candle down to the low of this candle, let's measure it. Let's see. So we are looking at 266 pips. Are you going to put your stop loss at from the entry position of the body of this candle to the low of this candle? Are you going to set your stop loss at 266 pips? No, you're not going to do that. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So since this candle is about to close, like you see the reason why I said for us to wait until this candle needs to close. So this candle can, I swear, choose to close with a rejection bullish candle. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. It's not just when the candle is going up or when the candle is coming down, we choose to take a position. It's best for you to know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. The best thing is just for us to wait. Since this candle decided to go up to create a new all-time high on gold, and then the candle want to continue to come down to reject of this zone, by which this candle can close with a rejection bullish candle back in this consolidation zone, because from this resistance zone down to this support zone is being considered as a consolidation zone. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So if this candle should close with a rejection bullish candle, I will not advise us for us to take a position. Let's wait until we see a very proper candle movement that will need to close above our resistance zone like this, then can decide to take a position, by which you'll be able to measure the candle from the high of the candle to the low. Then it will determine how much we'll set our stop loss. But I understand, as a trader, you have your trading plan. You know what you're anticipating the market to give to you. You know how much you are risking in a trade. So always keep this thing back of your mind, that whatever thing that you are doing, you have something that will guide you. It's not just when the candle is going up or when the candle decides to give you a very strong bullish candle, then you decide to set your stop loss from your entry position to your stop loss, maybe like 300 pips or 260 pips. Don't do that. Have a trading plan. Know what you want and how you want it, because you kind of come into the market will give you a different market condition. So you can't be following what the market is giving to you. So you know how much you have, you know how much you deposited, then you need to ask yourself, how many percentage are you risking in a trade? These things is something that is very important as a trader, for you to have it back of your mind, that this thing, it will guide you through while you're trading. So let's say, for example, we ourselves, we rush and take a position the moment the candle should break our resistance zone. So what is the probability that we'll need to secure a profit? So the best thing is just for you to kind of know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So for now, let's wait until this candle needs to close, and there's a high probability that this candle is closing with a rejection bullish candle. Let's see. Imagine this candle, it went up to create a new all-time high, and right now the candle is about to close with a rejection bullish candle. So what do you want to do? So always pay attention to what the market structure is doing together with your trading plan. It will guide you. So the candle is about to close, and then New York section is about to open. No, sorry, London section, not New York section, London section. So this candle right now closed with a rejection bullish candle. Can you imagine that the body of this candle, it went up to 5111.75, and then the candle decides to close with a rejection bullish candle. So this is very important for you to know what you want from the market and how you want it. You don't need to chase the market. You kind of chasing the market will end up closing with a different market condition, and it will affect you. So this is why it's very good for you to know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So let's see what the next candle wants to do. But since this candle closed with a rejection bullish candle, so I'm anticipating for this next candle to kind of respect the high of this week over here, and then for the candle to close maybe with a bullish candle like this. Let me tell you this. So for the candle to close with a proper bullish candle like this, for the next one to give us a lower wick, by which the body of the candle will have to break the high of this bullish candle, so that the candle will continue to go up to fill this wick, by which we'll be able to get a new all-time high on gold. the candle will be able to continue to go up to give us a bullish candle like this. So this is what I'm anticipating the market to give to me. So as of our sell position, I'm also anticipating for a candle to give us to close with a bearish candle like this. Let me delete this. So I'm anticipating for a candle to close with a bearish candle like this. But with the body of the candle, we have the next candle, we have to create an upper wick. Then the body of the candle, we have to break the low of this candle for it to continue to come down, maybe to close with a very strong bearish candle like this. Since this is the beginning of London Open, so we are anticipating volume to come to the market to give us a bearish candle. But if we have a formation of candles, like let me say an example, this candle has created an upper wick, that the body of this candle can continue to come down. If this candle chooses to continue to come down and close like this, I'm not going to take a position, because it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it. Just like how this candle went up and it broke our resistance zone and then decided to close with a rejection bullish candle. So if this candle should also continue to come down for the body of the candle to get to this zone, I'm not going to do anything. It's very important for you to know what you want from the market and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. So since this candle has broken this recent all-time high, so we need to adjust this line to the recent high. So this is the recent all-time high on gold, and then we have a resistance zone over here. This our resistance zone is still valid. This candle decided to close back in this consolidation zone, but hadn't been this candle close above this our resistance zone, that means this our resistance zone is no longer valid. So that means we are anticipating for a bullish candle to close like this, by which the next one will have to break the high for the candle to continue to go up to fill this week and then close with a bullish candle. Then this candle will have to create a new all-time high on gold. But it's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it before we can decide to take a position. So as of now, we don't need to do anything. So let's wait and see. Let's see what this candle wants to do. This recent 30 minutes candle. Let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle wants to do.
Hey, what's up mga Ludi? Nagpapasalamat nga pala ako sa inyong suporta. At ipagpatuloy nyo lang ang pag-like, share at pag-subscribe dito sa aking channel para sa mas marami pang shop.
Let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle wants to do. Let's adjust this. Let's see. So this recent 30 minutes candle has broken the low of this rejection bullish candle. It's very important for us to know what we want and how we want it before we can decide to take a position. So for now, let's see. But the candle has broken the low. The candle is here to fill this week over here. So it's very important for us to kind of wait. We are not doing anything. It's just for us to wait. You kind of waiting. It's also part of you trading. Waiting is also part of you trading. Anything that you are doing is part of the trading. But you kind of rush into the market. You come to the market, hey, like this candle is going up. Is that to open a position? That is not part of trading. That is gambling, because you are kind of hoping. You don't know what you are doing. You just open a position, then you are hoping for the market to continue to go up so that you'll be in a profit. But sometimes the market can decide to reject up that zone, just like how the market rejected this zone over here and closing this our consolidation zone. So it's very important for us to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's see how this recent 30 minutes candle will close. But if this candle should also continue to go up to fill this week over here, I'm not going to do anything. This candle has broken the low of this rejection bullish candle. So even though this candle should continue to go up, go up, go up, go up, and give us a new all-time high, I'm not going to do anything because I'm not chasing the market. So I'm kind of anticipating for a very proper bullish candle to close like this. Then the next one will have to break the high of this bullish candle, by which the candle will continue to go up. But if this candle closes with a bullish candle, so I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position with our order confirmation before we'll be able to anticipate the candle to continue to go up to fill this week over here. But as of now, we don't need to do anything. Since this recent 30 minutes candle has broken the low of this rejection bullish candle, so let's see how this candle will close. Let's see. So the best thing is just for us to wait. We don't need to do anything since this is the beginning of London Open. So let's see if we'll be able to have a very strong volume in the market for the volume to continue to fill this week, then for it to close with a very strong bullish candle. But we are not going to do anything, even though the candle should fill this week. We'll not do anything because we are not chasing the market. So we know what you want and how we want it before we can decide to take a position. So for now, let's wait and see. Let's check the 15 minutes. Let's check the 5 minutes. Okay. The 15 minutes has broken the low of this rejection bearish candle over here. So let's wait. We don't need to do anything.